This is Ryan Watches Movie, episode number 281. My name's Adam Patterson. I'm joined today by Kevin Rakestraw. How are you, Kevin?
Doing okay.
Also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you? All right. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Gutterballs.
I don't know why that's funny, but Gutterballs from 2008. We picked this in honor of U.S. Bowling League Day coming up. Very exciting. I have a synopsis here. A bowling night will turn into a bloody death match for a team of teenagers as a deranged serial killer is taking them down one by one. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Gutterballs.
Alright, there's a bowling alley in Canada. And one night there's a bowling tournament happening. But the tournament is apparently between two teams. Everyone else is not there. Like, there's two teams and the rest of the bowling leagues are ethnic. And bowling alley is completely empty. Except for the janitor. And there's apparently a lot of glue bowling that happens in this town.
Nice.
Because everything is reflective. Everything is think of. It's all like some highlighter color. Anyway. There's new teams in there. And the one team has a bunch of cocky guys. And the other team has what appears to be a gay guy. What appears to be someone going through the sex scene. But he is pre-op, but he dresses like a woman. And he basically is a woman. I only tell you that because at one point he gets murdered and they pull his wiener out and cut off. Like on camera.
Mm.
And it looks, I mean, it doesn't look that terrible, that fake. But anyway, these guys there. And this other team is there. And it turns out that the one guy banged this girl on the other team that his buddy was in love with for the longest time. But he went out and did it. And eventually, the guys ended up getting angry at her. And everyone leaves. And she forgets for her purse. Goes back in to get it. Each guy rapes her. And they show a close up of penis and vagina. But it's not like, I don't know, it's not like porno, it's like clip art.
What?
Like it's a
Clip art.
Oh,
it's a very general big thing.
It's-
Hold on.
clip art.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by clip art?
It's a very general, vague.
It's just like a default
Yeah.
penis and
Like,
vagina.
yeah.
Just the most average white
Correct.
penis and vagina that you could find.
Yes. It doesn't even look like the camera angles. It doesn't even look like it belongs to the people that are participating.
But is it real? Were they real, or was it like?
I guess they look real.
Now, I mean, you say clip art, so is the penis and or vagina or both moving? Or is this just like a still shot?
Yeah, they're going into each other. And it's a close up of that. And then a
Okay.
close up of Major's era.
Wow.
So anyway, these guys raper. And the last guy uses a bowling pin and rapes her, and obviously blood comes from our vagina. And there's blood everywhere, and they all just leave her laying there. Flash forward to the next night, and they're all back again. This time the janitor's there, and he pretty much tells them the entire movie to shut the fuck up and do what they're told. He's basically an asshole through the entire movie. And one by one, these people end up getting murdered. And towards the end, you find out one guy knew. And now the girl that was with him knows. So the killer says she has to die. And the killer ends up being the one who is dead. And one guy and one girl walk out bowling alley at the end of the night. And the girl all of a sudden freaks out on the guy. And you hear a pump a gun. And you hear a gunshot, and then that's it.
All right. So, first, what'd you think of this?
Not good.
Not good. All right.
Yeah, very low budget. And you can tell.
It sounds horrible. It
Yeah.
sounds very homophobic and transphobic, and
Yeah, it sounds like aggressively offensive and like juvenile.
It is.
it's like one of these.
Very
It's like one of these like supposedly edgy. It's like one of these edgy horror comedies. That's. I mean, is it supposed to be? Is it played off for laughs? Is it like supposed to be funny?
I mean, I laugh because every character is in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of movies like this that are aggressively offensive, trying to push buttons and be as nasty as they can be for laughs, I guess. But this movie sounds awful. And I'm looking at the poster on IMDb, and I love, first of all, the image of like the person holding the bowling pin and the bowling ball with the blood. Like, that's actually a pretty good image. The title, the font choice and stuff, that's okay, but the thing that gets me is the fact that at the bottom of the poster they have the MySpace links to the movie.
I did not see that. I was looking at the poster from Letterbox, which is it's not a whole lot better, but it doesn't have uh, MySpace URLs.
Oh my god. Let me look at the letterbox one. I want to see what that one's all about. Is it the same one as
No, there's like a
Oh
disco
no.
ball, and it's got a different font, and there's a
Oh yeah.
decapitated head just used as a bowling ball, apparently.
I warned you not to bowl tonight.
I told you.
Speaking of clip art, we got some pretty sweet bowling looking clip art there on that cover.
It translates equally well in
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I was looking at this poster, and I thought like the severed head was like rolling down the lane, because that's kind of what it looks like. But this figure off to the left of it is actually a guy, and his arms coming down, and he's holding the head like a bowling ball.
So he's
And
about to thrust it down the
yeah,
lane.
but he's way too close. Like he's on the actual lane, but the lane is also blurred. Like you're something's moving towards it. Like it's just it's awful. It's terrible looking. Everything about this movie is terrible.
I mean the poster on IMDb, as I was saying, it doesn't look that bad except for the MySpace stuff and the stuff at the bottom.
Yeah.
That poster looks okay. I mean, it looks like it's kind of a classic 80s horror poster. But as for the
think about this movie, man. So it's 30 years later.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty rough. They did make a sequel to this too, Gutterballs 2, Balls Deep, and there are two posters I saw for that. One is a parody of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the other one is a parody of The Exorcist. Those posters aren't too bad either for what they are.
Yeah, it's just I guess all the budget was spent on the poster.
Maybe. I mean, I didn't watch this movie, but I'm looking at stills, and it looks like it was kind of shot on like a low budget digital.
Yeah. Looks like somebody went to Walmart and bought a camera.
Like one of those $20
Yeah.
640 by 480 digital cameras. Let's take a look at the director. So it's directed by Ryan Nicholson. He did in addition to the Gutterballs movies, he did Dead Nude Girls. He did a movie called Collar. He did a movie called Famine, Star Vehicle. Before Gutterballs, he did a movie called Live Feed. Let's see what that's all about. Live Feed. 5 young adults are about to find themselves in a fight for their lives, pitted against evil itself.
Ooh.
It's a live feed. Yeah, so it looks like he pretty much just does a lot of really low budget, crappy horror movies, except he also is a makeup effects artist. And he did the makeup effects for The Predator, which is, the new Shane Black one coming out. He did makeup effects for Deadpool 2. He did makeup effects for the 2016 Blair Witch. So he's done a lot of kind of bigger productions as a makeup artist. That being said, how was the makeup work in this movie, Ryan?
I was busy worried about how terrible everything else was.
I mean, you did say that the penis severing looked real.
Look, I mean, it didn't look straight up fake, but it didn't look like an actual wiener. was like in between. I said they spent half the budget on that wiener.
Half the budget on the wiener, the other
The
half
other
on the posters. All right.
If you had to describe this, because I'm interested to know what like a half looking real penis looks like. Well, how would you describe this to me?
Look, I don't know. It looks kind of like if you cut a miniature dildo apart and put fake blood on it and put insides in it. It kind of looks like that. I mean, you could tell that was a real wiener being cut off, but it wasn't so fake that it was laughable.
I see. Okay.
At least not that part. There are many other like tricks there. They're tough for no reason. Like people swear nonstop throughout the movie for no reason, even when they're talking to themselves. There's like 3 or 4 things of people alone, and they're still swearing up the storm. There's a lot of blood, lot of like. Sometimes when they get cut, it looks like the one dude had a bowling ball dropped on his foot at the beginning of the movie. Now, granted, there's no like, there's nothing being cut off. It's a bowling ball.
Mm-hmm.
But in other parts, when people actually they get cut, they use more blood than I'm pretty sure the entire human body contains.
I love it when movies do that. Blood geysers.
It was this movie is all over the place. I had no idea where it was again.
Any final thoughts before we give you your drum roll on Gutterballs?
I wouldn't mind it.
You wouldn't watch it?
Nah.
All right. Let's go ahead and give you your drum roll. What do you give Gutterballs?
1.
That's another 1.
The fucking bowling alley movies on 1.
That's right. We did just have you watch a bowling movie very recently, just a couple weeks ago. Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Bowlerama. Speaking of bowling, let's take a look at U.S. Bowling League Day. Each year, league bowlers across the United States recognize U.S. Bowling League Day on September 3rd. Primarily an outdoor sport until around 1840, bowling was called the game of 9 pins and popular with gamblers.
How do you bowl outside?
Well, I think it was a lot. I think it was a lot different back then. Like, I think the pins were smaller and the bowling balls were smaller, and I think maybe you threw them back then.
We're duck pin, man. You know them little bowling ball duck pin, I think they're called.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's read on. Maybe we can figure this out. To snuff out gambling, the state of Connecticut banned the game until 1841. In 1841, which led the newly indoor lane owners to add 1 pin to their alleys to circumvent the law. Clubs tried organizing and creating set rules, but it wasn't until 1895 when the American Bowling Congress came together at Beethoven Hall in New York City. The American Bowling Congress established a maximum score of 300, which still stands today. Other rules, such as lane length, widths, and distances between pins, were also determined. Today, leagues of men, women, and mixed teams of all ages play in bowling competitions around the world. Weekly league bowling is a great social outing, as well as a great physical activity. How can we observe this? Gather your league and go bowling. If you're not a member of a league, just invite some friends.
But isn't the day called National Bowling League Day?
It is, yeah, it is. Gather your league and go bowling. If you're not a member of a league, they act like a lot of people are. Maybe league bowling is a bigger thing than, maybe more people do it than I kind of thought, but
I don't see it's running Bolorama being busy as fuck all the time.
is that even still open?
Whatever.
Is that still open?
Yes.
Suburban Bolorama. Wow. Those were the days.
I wonder if he's still smoking inside there.
Probably not.
That's why we all went there. That was one of the last places he could smoke in.
Yeah. You can use hashtag US Bowling League Day to post on social media. So feel free to do that if you'd like.
I've been crippled. I don't bowl too much.
No, I don't bowl too much, and I am a walker, so I can't.
Last time I bowled was probably like 13 or 14. It's my birthday party.
I feel like you and I went before, like when we were younger.
I went when I was real little. Then we got the teenagers, and that was the big hangout spot.
Yeah, but we hung out at the bowling alley for a little while, but there wasn't really much bowling happening. It was just kind of a hangout spot. And then I remember they did some, like there were so many kids hanging out there that they were like, they changed the rules where you could only be there for so long or something like that.
And they tried to fucking charge us.
That's right. Yeah, they were trying. You had to pay to like hang out there or something.
Yeah.
It was weird stuff going on in that bowling alley.
Bowling alleys will do anything they can to make $1.
Well, they're a business. I mean, I can't blame them. They're like roving packs of teenagers that are just like loitering, not doing anything, and they're getting into trouble in their bowling alley. I do remember spending a lot of money in the little arcade they had there, playing like Big Buck Hunter and the few other games they had.
Piece of grease arcade.
Good times. Good times, great oldies. Any final thoughts on US Bowling League Day or Gutterballs?
Nope.
All right. I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. You can send us your questions and topics to feedback@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @filmpulsenet, @filmpulsekevin, and @mylegsdon'twork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/filmpulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rickstraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
That was really intense.
that man's getting ready to go to sleep.
Or did he just wake up?